Okay, have you guys seen that interview or speech or whatever you want to call it of Michael Jordan getting accepted into like the basketball Hall of Fame? It's kind of a just a crazy video to watch. I mean, I don't know. I think it's interesting at least because in this speech he basically says, every rejection I've had in my basketball career, every failure in my basketball career, every like negative experience I've had in my basketball career, I took it personally, and that's the reason why I'm up here on stage right now giving this speech. And obviously, like he thanks his teammates and his coaches. One of the first people I think he thanks is Scottie Pippen. I'm not like a basketball person at all, or a sports person for that matter, but I think that's really good that he acknowledges his duo partner, I guess. But it was kind of weird because like here you have this, I guess like legend or face of basketball, just basically being super negative and being like, yeah, no, I took everything personally. Everything I mean, essentially what he's saying is everything I have come to achieve has pretty much been out of spite. Obviously, that's a bit of a, um, mischaracterization of his words, but yeah, I mean, more or less, that's what he's trying to say. And it's just a very interesting but weirdly inspiring speech in a way. And I mean, I don't know. For me, what I've taken away from that is the take everything personally part. Because I think there is some validity to that. I do think that a lot of times people are like, don't take things personally. Just shake things off and brush it off. You're fine, dude. You're like, don't worry about it. But I'm here to say like no. I think his speech had some actual sense to it, where you know, okay, he got cut from his freshman high school basketball team. He took that personally, and I guess it made him work harder. Obviously, there's a many ways of going about that. You can take it out on your own skills and just strive to improve, or you can take it out on others. And I don't think that's taking it out on others is not a helpful thing to do for anyone. It doesn't make you better. It doesn't make other people better either. But I guess me. I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I write my own songs. I record them and perform them, and all that stuff. But I'm working on my third album right now, and the reason why I've written like 3 albums in pretty much like 3 years or 4 years is pretty much that. I mean, like, I've written my last 2 albums, and I thought they were very good. I thought I had something to say with them, and I think they are really good actually, still to this day. But I mean, truth be told, they didn't really do much in terms of like album or sales or you know just outreach, I guess. And saying that, I mean, I could be like, what's the word? I could be humble about it. I could be, giving myself more grace. But to say that out loud, what I just said, it kind of stings. It kind of hurts. And I don't like that. I don't like that I have to say that my album really didn't do much for my career. So that's why I'm like working on more music. And obviously, my skills have improved, not only in music, but in like marketing and stuff, and social media promotion and all that stuff. Like, I've learned what works and what doesn't work. And I think that I used the word spite before, but I think a better way of saying that is like I'm trying to be really constructive of myself, where, okay, I can acknowledge my shortcomings, but that just makes me want to work even harder to overcome them. Like, my past music has been good. It's been very good, even, I would say. But, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just know too much, but I know that I can do way better. And that's what I'm working on with this third album. And I hope that, even if, hopefully, this album does something for my career, but um, even if it doesn't, or even if it does, I want to keep pushing myself and being like recognizing my shortcomings and keep improving on them, right? Because I mean, I don't know, that's the goal. If I hear like I messed up a little bit of like if the mix isn't balanced enough on like a song, um, for me it's not just like the mix is not right. It's more of like I was wrong. I was wrong for that choice. And I guess there is some like balance and giving yourself grace over your past mistakes, but I mean, if you're not trying to fix those, then uh, you know, what good are the mistakes even making? And on the note of like, take everything personally, like that's more of like internal stuff. But as it goes for external, I think what some of my favorite songs that I've written at least have been from very personal experiences that I have taken fully personal, where I feel like a lot of people would have just been like, "Hey man, just shake it off. Like it's fine. You're fine. You don't have to think about this anymore." But like that's the thing. I don't know if it's just the way I am or just like my thought patterns or whatever, but like I do think about those things. And I do get like really mad, or I do get like really sad or happy even, or whatever that feeling might be. I do think about things. I do sit on things for quite a while before letting them go. And I mean, in the past, like way back when in high school, I'm saying that like I'm old, but way back when I would kind of just rue in that I wouldn't do anything about it, and that would cause me a lot of issues. I guess at some point I turned to like drinking and smoking. That would be my like outlet almost for how to deal with my issues. And then that is never sustainable if you're doing it for that reason. But then I turned to music, and I mean been doing music for pretty much most of my life. But that was like the first time I put those kinds of feelings into music, and it ended up being awesome. I still listen to some of those really old songs that I've written. I still perform some of those too. They are good songs, but that just wouldn't have happened if I didn't take things personally. And it's like, who am I? Just a dude on YouTube talking about his stuff. Like, who am I to say all this and preach all this? But I don't know. For me, at least, it's made a big positive impact in my life. Because, if I'm going to rue, I keep using that word, if I'm going to keep rueing in my despair or whatever it may be, I might as well put it towards something constructive, like music, or something just generally, I guess, healing for me, like music. And maybe you have a hard time believing it because I present myself on camera the way I do, but like, I don't know. I get really mad sometimes. I get really sad sometimes. I get super excited about like little things all the time, and I mean, I don't know. I just put that into music, and it kind of regulates me like that. I have no clue how this video got onto this topic, but here I am, just saying words. So, I mean, I don't know. If I had one piece of unsolicited advice for artists, musicians, or I guess just maybe anyone out there, is take everything personally. I don't care, like the littlest slight or whatever, just take it personally, because as long as you can channel it into a healthy and perhaps productive source, you're good, man. You can feel the things you feel. You don't have to shut anything down. You don't have to get over anything. How it happens for me, it's like I write the song, I listen to the song a billion times. I record it, mix it, whatever, and then eventually the feeling is now in the song. It's not in my brain. If I explain that right. Say I'm feeling like some kind of like melancholy or whatever. I take that out of my brain. I put it into a song, and it's not in my brain anymore, and I have a kick-ass song out of it now. I had a teacher of mine a couple years back say that you can't teach songwriting. It kind of just comes to you. Obviously, you can practice like expand your vocabulary. You can practice rhyming, and you can practice this and this other thing. Like you can practice skills, but when it comes to like having weight behind your lyrics, behind your words, you can't practice that. You kind of, I guess you could practice how to catch it when it comes to you, but when it comes to you, it comes out. And honestly, that just comes from a lot of, in my opinion, in my experience too, emotional intelligence, being able to tell where it's like, okay, I'm feeling this way about this thing. All right, let's sit in it for a moment and then write a song about it. I mean, you can't teach that. You just got to go over that like literally 1,000 times. And it's kind of crazy because you might entirely miss some moments. And you might just like not write about those moments because they come and go so fast. And the ones that really stick, I guess, are the ones that are more powerful in that sense. So I guess that's what I have to say is take everything personally, and you'll be good. You'll be good, my man. You'll be good. Also, as of recording this video, we just hit 100 subscribers. And that is crazy to me because, I mean, I don't know, I'm doing these videos the way I'm doing this. If you're seeing this, thank you for watching this far, but like, you see what I'm doing here. I'm not doing anything crazy editing or hyper editing or whatever. I'm just kind of talking in front of a camera. I have no plan for this video. I don't even know if I stayed on topic for this video. So, I don't know. I have a 100 subscriber special kind of planned, sort of. I'm gonna make a pizza for my 50 sub special. I did chicken nuggets, but I'm making a pizza for this one. So I don't know. I don't really say this in my videos, but subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. Like the video if you like the video. I think that, I'm not sure, but I think that YouTube likes it when people like the video, so it gets shown to more people. I could be entirely wrong, but I mean, again, I don't usually ask that. I can't make anyone do anything, but I do appreciate if you're hearing me say this right now, because that means you watched the video. Okay, cool. Once again, thank you, and with that, I'm out. Peace.